What is going on, everybody? HR Falcons 22 back here again doing another dip video for you guys. I do apologize. I have been off YouTube for quite some time now, mainly because I've just been dicking around in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and also Riverton, Wyoming, which is my mom's hometown. It was her high school reunion. And apparently at her high school reunion, like at the reunion dance, like 4 dudes from her high school got together and like went out to the parking lot and did a bunch of cocaine. So that was probably the most entertaining story, because nothing happens in Wyoming. That's why you have to do cocaine, to make things fun. So anyways, again, apologies. I've been off YouTube for quite a while now, a frickin' fortnight if I do say so myself. So I just mainly wanted to do this video, I don't know, just because I wanted to do a video. I don't really have a new dip to review or anything, so I'm just going to dip Copenhagen long cut as I usually do. And I was thinking about stuff like, what do I want to talk about? Because, like, maybe, I don't know, I was thinking about starting this the other day. What if there was like a dip talk show? That would be like the coolest thing ever. If you just like circled up a bunch of dudes and they all had lippers in, and you could just, I don't know, it was like it's like Oprah but for dudes almost. So I was thinking about that. So maybe that's what this video is going to be. Let's see. First things first, I did want to kind of go over a little bit, I guess, this whole George Zimmerman bullshit, okay? This whole case is absolute horseshit. It's a steaming pile of farm animal excrement. We should have never seen a trial of George Zimmerman, and let me tell you why, after I throw in a dip. So this is Copenhagen long cuts. My go-to dip, and if it is your go-to dip as well, then I salute you. So, and that's not quite big enough. Yeah, let's throw in a little bit more. Yummers. So anyways, and I'm spitting into my mud jug, so, for all you motherfuckers out there who like, get a mud jug, all caps, get a mud jug. Fuck yourselves. This is the mud jug that I've had forever. I haven't had it because I was down at school, and for the last goddamn time, well, actually, no, for the first time, just kill yourselves. Just go do it. Actually, no, that sounded really mean. Don't, but seriously, reevaluate and use your fucking brain and watch some of my other videos. So that way you don't make a dumb comment like, oh, get a mud jug. So anyways, let's see. So the George Zimmerman trial, right? Okay. This whole case has just been absolutely mind-boggling to me, and I'm not sure exactly what to think. It's all a matter of opinion. But what I do know, based on the facts, and what the police knew, and what the jury knew based on the facts, which is why they acquitted him, is that Trayvon Martin and George, there's a big difference between pronouncing George Zimmerman innocent and pronouncing him not guilty. I would say, like, I would by no means say that George Zimmerman was innocent, but in order to prove guilt, you have to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And when you have an emergency phone call where you don't know whose voice was screaming for help, we'll never know whose voice was screaming for help on that 911 tape. We'll never know who started the altercation, although I'm leaning towards the fact that it was Trayvon, because if you're George Zimmerman, right, and you're telling me that Trayvon Martin, who, keep in mind, the funeral director who prepared Trayvon's body for his funeral and everything, mentioned in some interview that was, of course, passed over by every major news outlet, the funeral director mentioned that, well, his body looked okay. I mean, aside from the gunshot wound, he didn't have any injuries on him. So you're telling me that George Zimmerman started the fight, but didn't even land a punch on like a unsuspecting Trayvon Martin, and then just got taken to the ground and like got his ass kicked, pretty much, because that's what happened. Zimmerman got his fucking ass kicked, and Trayvon standing over and like pounding his head into the concrete. And what blew my mind the most was the fact that they had the prosecution had some medical examiner up to testify, and the medical examiner tried to make the point that, oh, well, his injuries were insignificant. It wouldn't have necessitated him shooting Trayvon. But whether you think it's insignificant is completely different from whether George Zimmerman thought they were insignificant. If I was getting my head pounded into the concrete, I'd think, holy fuck, I'm about to die. I better shoot this fool. So that's my take on that. I saw Zimmerman's acquittal coming from a mile away. There's no way that you can convict somebody based on a hazy phone call, or even less, the testimony of what was her name? Jeantel. I forget. Maybe that's her first name. Maybe that's her last name. But I was watching that, and I just remember thinking, like, this poor girl, like, God bless her. Her friend Trayvon is dead. She's just like trying to hold it together, but her testimony completely just destroyed the prosecution's case, which was weird because she was a prosecution witness. So you would think that she would like help out and everything, but I don't know. She really fucked up the entire thing for the prosecution. And now George Zimmerman has gone free, and he actually emerged from hiding the other day, because he's been followed around. Like, he hired a bodyguard, and he's been in hiding, right? Because I would be in hiding too if I was George Zimmerman. I'd be scared shitless. But so he comes out of hiding somehow, some way, at just the right place at the right time, and this car had flipped over, somewhere in Florida, and Zimmerman helps, like, pull these dudes out of the car and everything. So, I mean, props to that dude. But then the wheels started turning in my head, and I was just like, if I was George Zimmerman and I was, like, being crucified by the entire country, what would I think about doing? Set up a car crash. And obviously this is just it's an outlandish conspiracy theory. This is, like, just something that passed through my head. If I was George Zimmerman, I would set up a car crash and have the car roll over so that I could, like, run out of the fucking bushes and be like, oh, I'm here to save the day, and just pull people out. So maybe that happened. I highly doubt it. I'm 99% sure that George Zimmerman is just a good dude and he wanted to help people out. So anyways, let's see what else. Oh, while I was in Wyoming, if you guys like movies, I love going to movies, because pretty much what they do is they just take you out of the real world for a little while, and you get to, I don't know, get absorbed into a different story, a different life almost. So I love going to the movies. I saw World War Z, which was fantastic. Brad Pitt is the fucking man. Also a member of the Dip Brotherhood. So props to him. Go see World War Z. It's an awesome flick. Another movie that I really enjoyed, even though it absolutely scared me shitless. Me and my brother were, I don't know, we were chilling out in Wyoming. We were in Riverton, and Riverton's a little shithole town, and there's nothing to do. So we decided one night that we would take my grandma's Subaru, and we would go to the movies without telling her. So we steal grandma's Subaru. Not steal, we borrowed her Subaru. And we go to the movie theater, and the only movie that's playing at the time, within like 15 minutes of when we got there, was The Conjuring. The Conjuring is, out of all the horror movies that I've ever seen, I'm not really like a big horror movie fan, but I've seen a few of the classics, like, The Changeling, let's see, Silence of the Lambs. I guess you could consider it a horror, even though it's more psychological. The Shining is awesome. The Exorcist, all that good stuff. So I went to go see The Conjuring. Didn't really have any big expectations, but I knew that the director of Insidious, which I really liked, aside from the kind of shaky ending, I really liked Insidious, and the director of Insidious is James Wan. James Wan is a fucking horror master. This dude just knows how to scare the hell out of you, and the best thing about it is that James Wan he shuns kind of the CGI, like, special effects and everything that almost every other horror movie in the past, since CGI came out, has used. And for such an overworked genre, or an overworked storyline, like a nice family moves into a fucking creepy old Victorian house, and it happens to be haunted, oh my god, The Conjuring was an awesome movie. So if you guys get the chance, go see The Conjuring. It is absolutely... I walked out of the movie theater, and even though it didn't leave the psychological scars that, say, like The Shining did, I still thought that it was just... It was so creepy because it was so minimalist, and the costuming, the kid actors in The Conjuring absolutely nailed it. the guys, the couple who plays Ed and Lorraine, fuck, I forgot their last name. But they play the paranormal investigators, and the guy and the wife, I think, are both in Insidious. Both of them great actors. They absolutely sold it for me. The whole movie, the fact that James Wan uses camera angles and he builds tension just so well, and you're not expecting to be scared, but then you're expecting to be scared because the music becomes, you know, more tense and everything, and then you're looking into the darkness and you're thinking like, oh my god, what could be there, what couldn't be there, there is something there, but there's not. And then all of a sudden James Wan just hits you with these scares, and he completely earns every single one of his scares. And it's just so intense. Like, I found myself just absolutely pussing out in the middle of The Conjuring. I wanted to get up and leave, but it was so riveting and such a good storyline that I couldn't. But I found myself, like, shrinking back into my theater seat, like, oh my god, oh my fucking god. And during any scary movie, one of my friends was telling me this. If you don't like scary movies, and like say your girlfriend wants to go to a scary movie, go to a scary movie with your girlfriend, because that's a great excuse to be like, oh my god, yeah, I'm keeping you safe right now. So anyways, go to a scary movie with your girlfriend. But the scares in that movie are just so intense that I walked out of the movie theater, and I held my hand out like this, and I was just like shaking. There was a girl in front of me who had to get up and leave about halfway through the movie, and then there was another girl who, after the movie ended, we got out into the lobby, and everybody was kind of like milling around, talking about like, oh yeah, that was pretty scary, whatever. And this girl started hyperventilating and like passed out in the theater lobby. It was sketchy as shit. So go see The Conjuring. Great movie. Let's see. What else? Oh, for my next video, I really wanted to do something having to do with golf, because I've played so much golf this summer. It's completely draining all my finances, but I love it. So my next video, I'm probably going to do like a inside the golf bag of HR Falcons 22, which won't be that impressive at all, because my set of clubs that I have here now with me in Colorado are the set of, it was like $180 set of fucking Tommy Armour clubs. So like my clubs suck. Like you're not going to be impressed at all if you're a golfer. But I'll probably do another video on the golf course. You know, just something for all you golf and dippers out there. So check back for that. I really don't have anything else to talk about. So I might as well just go ahead and in the video, I'm going to go play Black Ops a little bit, because Mick is now gone. My Marine buddy is now gone. He shipped off to Okinawa on Monday. So Mr. Mick, if you're watching, Godspeed to you, brother. Thank you for your service. Thank you for everything that you do. I can't fucking wait for 2 years in Okinawa is going to absolutely fly. So we'll see what happens, man. God bless you. Good luck. And God, if you're a serviceman or woman or whatever, thank you so much for your service. I can't emphasize enough. I never realized, and I was never more thankful for the people in our armed forces as I was when I realized that Mick, one of my friends, is going to be gone, and he's gone for 2 years. There's no way around it. So it's a big sacrifice. Thank you guys again. So anyways, if you have ideas for another video, feel free, throw them this way. I also kind of wanted to, because I enjoy like reviewing, I enjoy reviewing movies, I enjoy reviewing music alongside dip. So I might just start, in some of my other videos, start blending dip reviews with like movie reviews or some shit, because I know it gets, like, there's only so much that you can say about dip. So I'll go ahead and figure something out to do with that. So thank you guys again for watching. I do appreciate it, and I promise I'll be better about putting up videos, and I won't wait like 4 fucking weeks to put up a new one. So thank you guys again. Keep on dipping.